Trades and tickets are the big news these days. I'm Mike Sherman. He's NBA beat writer Darnell Mayberry, and we're talking NBA and OKC. Darnell, let's get your views on all the latest news. First, the news. Oklahoma City shed salary, and Luke Ridnour, a point guard it had no plans for last week, in a 6-player, 3-team trade. The views of the Oklahoma City players acquired. Who will be more valuable on the court, Desmond Mason or Joe Smith?
You know, it's hard for me to say Joe Smith because I saw Desmond Mason play for probably about 150 games or so 2 seasons ago and 3 seasons ago now when he was with the Hornets. Desmond Mason brings all kinds of intangibles on the court. He's not a flashy guy. He's going to rebound. He's going to defend. You need guys like that. You know, it's hard for me to pick Joe Smith. I think he's going to be valuable, but I'm going to go with Desmond Mason.
I'm going to go with Joe Smith, and the reason for that is this. Even though Joe Smith's 2 years older, doesn't move quite as well, he scores more, shoots better, and gets rebounds more. I mean, and bigs at this point are more valuable than little. I'm going to go with Joe. I think it's close. Next news item. Oklahoma City announced a pick-a-seat event, which begins September 8th at the Ford Center. People will be able to go down and pick out the seats they want season tickets for. The views. If you weren't working behind the press table, sitting in those really good seats, or seated at the baseline, which seat would your heart, your head, and your budget lead you to?
Well, the most important thing is budget, which means I'd probably be in 320 somewhere up in Loud City, or the section formerly known as Loud City. You know, I couldn't afford down lower with the Nicholson seats and even the lower bowl. I mean, you know, I give credit to the organization for having 11,000 seats for $50 or less. But some of those seats, I mean, they're talking about $10,000 per seat in the lower bowl. I couldn't afford it. I'd be up top.
Well, being up top, but look for the places right in the middle at half court in Loud City. Those are really good values. Actually, you can see how plays shape up. Lower in the upper bowl, and also right down by the line. Jenny Carlson had those seats, and I sat in them one time or two. Really good. Next question. News. The Hornets, as reported Sunday by Mike Baldwin in the Oklahoman and on News OK, have so far refused Oklahoma City's request to share the names on the season ticket list. These were the season ticket holders from the Hornets' 2 seasons here. Your view. This means the Hornets season ticket holders were thrown into the lottery right alongside everybody else. Is that fair or unfair?
I think it's unfair. Ultimately, I think it's unfair. These 12,500 fans who, you know, were season ticket holders for the Hornets, they were the reason Oklahoma City, a big part of the reason Oklahoma City is where it is today with the new team. You know, I think you sort of you owe them something, some form of appreciation. I understand the position the ownership group was in and why they couldn't do anything to get the Hornets season ticket holders first priority, but it is unfair.
Life is unfair. I'm one of those Hornets season ticket holders. I bought in and shared a season ticket with my brother-in-law, father-in-law, and Mike Baldwin from our staff. We enjoyed it, and now we're alongside everybody else. But I don't know what else anybody could do, and I remain curious as to why George Shinn and those guys would not share the list. I don't know. They plan to move the team back here sometime. It's not going to work out that way. I know at some point there was talk that the Hornets might have liked to come back if things didn't work out with Seattle, but it seemed to me, hand it over. George, you should have done that better. Hey, next question. We're switching gears to the Olympics and the news. The gold medal basketball game in the Beijing Olympics will be played at 1 a.m. Sunday, Oklahoma time. Your views on this, Darnell. Will Team USA be in that gold medal game?
Yes, absolutely they will. I said it here on this very set on a press row last week. No one's going to challenge them. You know, Spain was supposed to be one of their biggest challengers. They end up winning by, 30, 40 points? I said they won't have a game where it gets to 20, where the deficit will be 20. But, you know, Argentina, maybe. You thought Greece was supposed to be their biggest challenger. They basically destroyed them. So I don't see anyone challenging the USA team. I think they will be there.
Darnell, I listened to the radio this morning, the Dan Patrick Show, and he said the scouts who are scouting the Olympics saying, oh, maybe Greece and Spain are holding back something. You know, you don't want to show all you got for a team that you're going to play again. You buy that?
No, you also don't lose by 50 when you're not showing all that you have. I mean, the USA team has a different determination and different mindset going into these Olympics than they had in 2004. Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James. Those four guys, I think, are all on a mission. And we haven't even talked about Chris Paul and Darren Williams and Jason Kidd and those guys. I think those four stars are on a mission to win the gold this year.
I like the way they're playing the passing lanes. It's like once you get past half court, you're not going to make a pass on them that's not contested. Pretty interesting. News, though, it is 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Your views. Will you stay up and watch it?
Yeah, you know what? For me, since I'm sort of a night owl,
no problem.
That's better than 7 a.m. So I prefer the 1 a.m. I'll be up to watch it.
Okay, news. The 2012 Olympics will be in London. I need your views on this. Will Kevin Durant be on the USA team?
I think so. 4 years from now, he'll be going into his 6th year. He's sort of entering his prime. Not really even. He's only 19, but he'll be getting toward his prime. There'll be some spots open. Tayshaun Prince won't be on that team most likely. Kobe Bryant will be getting a little longer in the tooth. So you always have to factor in injuries, which you really can't do. But I think Kevin Durant is talented enough and he's skilled enough that he'll be able to make that team.
We've had the Dream Team, we have the Redeem Team, then you're going to have 4 more years. Come up with something that rhymes with those, okay? Hey, be sure to follow the latest news and analysis of the NBA in Oklahoma City with the best coverage team in the state at newsok.com, NewsOK TV, and every day in the Oklahoman.